Hi guys, I'm Kate and I do yoga. Welcome to class today. We're gonna come to a cross-legged seat to start. So, straight away, lift your butt up and out, both sides so that we can root the sits bones into the ground. And immediately we want to see if there's any collapse in the back here. So how we tend to that is take your palms on your knees and just pull yourself forward and then lift your heart up. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose like you're smelling something really, really good. You just walked into a room and it smells amazing. Deep breath in. And nice big sloppy breath out your mouth. Drop your shoulders, relax your shoulders. One more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale to give your elbows a little wag. Relax your shoulders down your back. Let's just think about patience for a tick. Keep breathing in and out, in and out. Keep lifting your heart. Keep relaxing your shoulders. This idea of being patient with ourselves is weighing on my mind these days. I find myself impatient with the world, with people around me, with situations around me. I'm sure we all do. And I come back to my practice to maintain my patience with myself, which will affect my patience with the world and my patience with others. Breathe in, lift your heart. Exhale. You gently draw your belly in on the exhale. Start to feel your core turn on. Start to feel that alignment in your torso, that head over heart over pelvis feeling. Keep breathing. How can we cultivate patience in our own minds? We can come back to the breath. We can come back to the position of our bodies, how we place our bodies, how we move our bodies. So if you're just coming on the mat today and just trying to catch a breath, you're stressed, your heart is racing, just close your eyes, breathe in, and listen to the sound of your breath. Exhale, as if you were hearing it for the first time. And pay attention to lifting your heart and relaxing your shoulders. And now let's move. We're going to do head to knee first on both sides. So bring your your left heel in so that your left sole is snuggled up against your inner right thigh, and stretch your right leg out long, just outside of the mat. And now angle your torso towards your right toes. Lift your hands up high. Take a big deep breath. Lift the heart. Look up. And fold. Head comes towards your knee. Your knee can bend up to meet your head. And your hands can come kind of to cross, like cross your wrists, and then place your fingers either side of your feet. So you get this kind of crisscross motion. And if you tug your feet, you might tug yourself forward by pulling on your feet ever so gently with your fingers. You might feel a bit more of a stretch in your right hamstrings, your right inner thigh, and in your upper back. Take a deep breath here. Really puff out your belly so you can feel your belly against your thighs, filling up with air. And then just exhale, listen to that sound. Try to drop in, try to relax your head. One more breath cycle here. Maybe flex your right foot a little bit more. And exhale to roll up slowly. Head is the last thing to come up. Switch feet, so right foot comes in, snuggles up against your left inner thigh. Just gonna move my block there. And then your left leg comes to stretch out long, slightly outside of this left side of your mat. And then you're gonna angle yourself, your torso towards your left toes. Reach your hands up, look up, maybe give your fingers a little wiggle. Happy fingers, breathe. And exhale, contract your belly, pull your belly in as you fold over. Head comes towards your knee. Your knee can bend to meet your forehead. And let's crisscross the wrists again and opposite fingers on opposite sides of the feet. Flex your left foot. Toes are kept active. Your right foot is flexed here as well. Really working to gently pull yourself with your fingers forward so that you might feel a little bit more of a stretch in your inner left thigh, your left hamstring, and even your upper back around your shoulder blades. Breathe in, nice deep breath. Exhale. Relax your neck. Relax your head. You can even let your forehead kind of rest on your kneecap here. And eventually working to straighten the legs if you so wish. One more breath in. And exhale to roll on up. Head is the last thing to come up. Okay. Gonna cross your legs once more just for a tick here. Opposite leg on the bottom. Get those palms on the knees and just pull your heart forward and then lift it up. Look forward. Breathe in, lift your heart. And exhale, drop your shoulders, relax your elbows, tuck your belly in. Hands out front, on the ground in front of you, come through to your tabletop position, your all fours position. Straight away. Let's align. So knees straight under your hip points, hands straight under your shoulders. And now working through the center line, the torso, tuck your pelvis under a bit, which will pull your belly up towards your spine. And then you're just gonna open your shoulders, shine your heart forward, which will get your face parallel to the ground and your chin out of your chest. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Breathe. Exhale. Now we're going to do some spinal flexion. So drop your belly to breathe in. Open your sits bones up towards the sky. Look forward. Cow pose. And then breathe out to round your back up towards the sky. Crown of the head comes down towards the ground. Pelvis tucks in and under. And then keep breathing. Gonna do this a couple more times. And each time you do this, make sure to do something new. So push into your fingertips, curl your pelvis under a little bit more to feel that vertebra by vertebra connection, maybe some nice cracks in your back, or you're hearing a little bit of a soundtrack right now. One more time with your own breath. Breathe in, drop the belly, and out round the back. Okay, come back to your neutral position. And next we're going to come up into a plank hold, the ultimate test of patience. So lift your right knee, lift your left knee, and immediately we might be shaking, our muscles might be turning on big time. So concentrate on this line from your heels to your hips, to your shoulders, to the crown of your head. And this should be, they all connect to make a straight line. So really spike your heels towards the back of the mat. Really push into your palms, your fingertips, your finger pads. And now lift your heart space up between your shoulder blades and don't let your midsection collapse. So pull your belly in and up, and we're going to be here for 10. Keep breathing. Breathe in. You can rock forward and back a little bit. Are you losing patience with yourself? Don't let it happen. Keep breathing. 5 more seconds. And 1. Knees come down to touch. Toes to touch. Bum comes to sit back on the heels, and we're going to come into a child's pose for a couple of breath cycles. Hands out front. Let those shoulders open. Let your elbows be loose. Catch your breath. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale. Even here, when you breathe in, puff your belly out so you can feel it pressing against the tops of your thighs. Exhale. One more breath here. Find some stillness. Find some composure. Okay. Press back up to your all fours position. Take a breath in your neutral alignment here in your spine. Head over heart, heart over pelvis, even here. Breathe in, look straight down. And exhale. Pull your belly in towards your spine. We're going to pop up into a down dog now, so I like to get nice and prepared here, because so many people tell me that they hate down dog because they feel like they're falling into their hands. So a little step-by-step as to how to get up and to feel good. So widen your palms and push them place them a little bit further than your shoulders. And then really, really dig into the ground with your fingertips, like this. So look down, and you're doing that motion. And that's going to take some pressure out of your wrists. And then you want to take the inner parts of your arms and revolve them to the front of the mat so that you're externally rotating your shoulders, which creates support in your shoulders. So we're really just trying to support the upper body, make it strong by placing the shoulders on the hands correctly here. Curl your toes under, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, lift your bum up towards the sky. We can keep the shoulders over the wrist to start. Stay on your tippy toes, almost like you're walking through a house late at night. You're trying to keep quiet. And we can really feel if we're collapsing into the hands. So if we are, cling to the ground with your fingertips and open those shoulders. You can keep looking down in front of you. And then eventually, we can push the sits bones back in space, walk the feet back a little bit, and start to bring the heels towards the ground, straighten the legs, or straighten one leg, then the other. Eventually, directing the gaze back towards your toes. Take a deep breath in here wherever you've settled. And come into some sort of stillness. One more breath. And then exhale to walk slowly up to the top of your mat. I'm going to meet you in a forward fold. Feet hips width distance apart. Bending your knees and hanging your head. Shake your head about figure eights or yes or no. Loosen your neck. Maybe clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Really push into all four corners of your feet. Inner toe mound, outer heel, inner heel. And when we come into standing postures later, it's the inner parts of the feet that are really gonna create some support for us. So breathe in.
And exhale to roll up. And really pull your belly in towards your spine for support of the lower back.
And then look straight out front, hands down at your sides, palm face forward. Lift your heart, take a breath, look straight out ahead. Really root your feet in the ground. Exhale to drop your shoulders down your back. Relax your shoulders. Mountain pose. Rejoice. Take a deep breath in, puff your belly out, fill it with air. Exhale to pull your belly in, push the air out. Really want to use our abdominal muscles to control the breathing. Breathe out, breathe in, puff your belly out. Lift your heart, open your shoulders. Exhale, contract your belly in, tuck your pelvis under slightly. And then take your hands up overhead, big swooping motion here. Take your time, look up, breathe in, lift your heart. And fold to come down to where we were before.
And breathe in to lift up halfway to your flat back position. You can have your hands on your shins, on your knees, on the tops of your thighs, or on the ground. Wherever you feel as if you can really shine your heart forward, open your shoulders, push your shoulder blades together, look straight down so that we've got our alignment going even here in the upper body. And then exhale to fold. Hands, palms planted either side of the feet, and step on back to a plank. Breathe in here. Get your alignment points in your whole body sorted. But most importantly, keep breathing. And then on your next exhale, step your right foot up to come into a low lunge. Left knee down. Palms tented, fingertips connecting to the earth, supporting you. And you're gonna immediately shine your heart forward to take the collapse out of your back. Look forward. And breathe. We're going to come up into a crescent lunge next. So breathe in, so much so that you can feel your belly press into your right thigh. And then exhale to pull, contract your belly in, push the air out at the same time. Hands on the waist, come up. Check your alignment in your legs, so right knee over right ankle, and hips are square. Lifting the heart, and then lifting the hands up overhead. Really holding your balance with your core right now. Breathe. And exhale to come down. Lift your left knee, step your right foot back to your plank. Breathe in, rock forwards and back a little bit. Start to really feel your core strength develop here. And then on your next exhale, step your left leg through to your low lunge on the other side, right knee down. Hands tented for support. Left knee bent over left ankle. Really digging into the inner side of your right foot here for support. And let's shine the heart forward to breathe in, look forward. And exhale. Pull your belly in. Deep belly breath, fill it with air. And then exhale, contract, pull your belly in, engage your muscles, and come on up. Check your alignment in your front leg. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle, and then we can raise the hands up to come overhead. Lift your heart, open your shoulders, Breathe. Exhale to come down. Lift your right knee, step back to your plank. Both knees come down together, toes come to touch. Back to your child's pose. For a rest, hands come behind this time. Palms face up, down by your feet. Really have an opportunity to let your shoulders hang here, let your elbows be relaxed. Breathe, get control of that breath. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, really let your forehead drop to the mat. Breathe in once more in your child's pose. Exhale to come. Push yourself back up to your all fours position. Neutralize yourself. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Draw your belly up towards your spine. All right, let's come up into our down dogs again. Same action points as before. Really focus on this external rotation of the shoulders. And this time, maybe your belly pulling in and up. Curl your toes under. Lift your tailbone up. Tippy toes. Get comfortable. And then move your hips, your sits bones back in space. And maybe try and get your heels down towards the ground, but really claw into those fingertips. Keep those shoulders open. Breathe here. And now we're just gonna step the right foot through to a kind of high runner's lunge. So we're lifted up on the ball of our left foot, and we've got the right knee over the right ankle, and we've got the palms tented. So we're kind of halfway point to come up into preparing for high lunge. So we're going to do the same thing as we did, that same preparatory breath in this kind of preparatory lunge. So breathe in, fill your belly up with air, so much so that you feel it kind of pressing into your right thigh here. And then on the exhale, contract your belly, use your abdominal muscles, hands on the hips, to come up from your core. Now, patience. So, pull your right hip crease back and make sure your hips are square to the front of the mat. Really lift your heart, open your shoulders, curl your pelvis under. And you could work on really straightening this back leg and strengthening it. And if you can, bring your hands up overhead into the full expression. Look out straight ahead. Really concentrate on trying to strengthen this back leg, straighten it, and keep your alignment right, working to get the right knee over the right ankle. Really lifting the heart, opening the shoulders, and really pulling the belly in, holding it all together through the core. Take one more breath in. And come on back down. And immediately step back into your down dog. Take a moment here to get comfortable, get into a neutral space with your breath maybe. Breathe in. And maybe a big exhale out through the mouth. Get some of that heat out. And then on your next exhale, step your left foot through to your kind of high runner's lunge on this side. Halfway point, preparatory lunge for coming up into the high lunge. So come up onto the ball of your right foot. Make sure your left knee is bent straight over your left ankle. And now take that nice deep belly breath in. It's going to press against the inner left thigh. And then on the exhale, really pull your belly in. Hands come to the waistline. And then bring your torso up with your core strength. Now work on your alignment. So pull your left hip crease back a little bit. Square your hips to the front of the mat. And really work to get this left knee over your left ankle, even if you have to come forward on the ball of your back foot a little bit. Work on straightening that back leg. Work on tucking the pelvis, lifting the heart, opening the shoulders. And now final expression, high lunge. Same as before. Keep concentrating on lifting your heart, pulling your belly in, looking up slightly, keeping your right leg strong and straight, keeping your left knee over your left ankle. And if you teeter, if you fall, don't worry, be patient. Keep breathing, keep listening to your breath. One more breath here. Lift your heart. And exhale to come down. And step back to plank this time. And then we're going to lower straight down to the belly. Tops of the feet come to the earth. Hands either side of the rib cage. Press your pubic bone into the earth and lift your chest up. Open your shoulders for a cobra. Take a breath here. Squeeze your elbows into your rib cage. And exhale, come down. Roll over onto your back. And scoot your tailbone down a little bit to get your back flush with the mat, and then raise your feet up high. Legs come to be straight, feet come to be flexed. Really try and keep this tailbone on the mat and grasp your calves with your hands. Really flex your feet and gently tug your legs towards you whilst also trying to keep the tailbone on the ground. This should give a really nice stretch to the backs of your legs. Breathe. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale to hug your knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers over your shins. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Exhale. Breathe in. And let your arms come down beside you in like a W shape and just drop your knees to the left. Take a breath. Gentle twist. Exhale. And activate your core. Lift your knees up through center, and drop your knees over to the right for a gentle twist on the other side. Breathe. Exhale, bring your knees back to the center. And now bring your legs out long. And hands can come to rest on your belly. Maybe lift your heart up, snuggle your shoulder blades together, put your heart space back on the ground. Take a deep breath with me. And big exhale. Oh. To close today, I'd like you to think about the times you were patient with yourself in your practice today. Just simply that. And take that thought into your final rest, your Shavasana, which you can do 3, 5, 6, 7, a million minutes. Always, let's bring our hands together and bring the thumbs up to the space between the brows. Thank yourself for this time that you've carved out for you. And thank you so much for letting me practice with you today. Let's cultivate patience together. Namaste.